All right, Dolphin fans, here we go. Week 3 versus the Denver Broncos. First home game of the year, first 1 o'clock game of the year. Temperatures expected to be about 145 degrees on the field. I see everybody's going to white out the stadium. Beautiful. I love to see it. Bad news is that Jalen Waddle is not in. Robbie Chosen gets elevated. Not really sure if it's going to be him or Wilson Jr., how that's going to shake down, but Berrios is going to take Waddle's spot. This is why we have so many fast guys. That's why we have a track team, because if Tyreek or Waddle get dinged up, instead of having to rush them back, they can just sit for a week, get rested, get healthy. We got plenty of guys that are plenty fast. Now, I suspect that between the heat and the fact that Waddle's out, you might see us run the ball a little bit more. We did run the ball more last week than we did week 1. You love to see it, and then you see what Mostert did in the third quarter to close the game out. Was that third quarter? I believe it was. It doesn't matter. Just also need to continue to see improvement from the defense. Week 1 was not good. Week 2 was pretty good. A little shaky at the end there. So it'd be interesting to see what happens against Denver. They can't figure it out. Their offense has been kind of bad. And then last week they suddenly got 33 points, thought they were going to win a game, couldn't get 2-point conversion. I'm expecting, I don't remember what I picked, but it wasn't close. It was like a 20 or a 30-point victory. I don't want to come off as overconfident, but I'll just put it this way. If we are to believe that this Dolphins team is different, they need to win this week. And then if we are really to believe that this Dolphins team is different, after doing this week against the Broncos, which is the game we should win, then we go to Buffalo next week, and that's the game we need to win. You want to play with the big boys? Got to put the big boy pants on. First of all, let's finish this one. Here we go. All right, guys, here we go. 35-13 at halftime. There's nothing left to say. Tua's perfect so far. Literally perfect. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Mostert's got a touchdown. Achane's got 2 touchdowns. Does Mostert have 2? I've lost track. It's just been a ridiculous first half. I love everything about that first half with one exception. It's not a huge deal because the defense bailed McDaniel out. But we're running the ball 8 yards a clip with Mostert and Achane. We get a 3rd and inches. We try a sneak with Ingold at quarterback. He doesn't get it. So then we go for a 4th down on our own 35 with a very slow developing handoff to Ingold again. We don't get it. Denver gets the ball and proceeds to lose about 8 yards and had to punt it away. So it doesn't hurt us, but that's one of those head-scratching decisions, but not the end of the world. The offense looks just completely unstoppable. And I spoke about this a little bit in the preview, and we're so deep. We're so deep. Like at the running back position, Wilson is out, Achane is out. You throw this kid Achane in there, and when we did not get Dalvin Cook, I tweeted out and said, Achane's better anyway. And this kid looks like the real deal. He hits the hole fast, and boom, just threw it, just like Mostert. I mean, we just got so much depth on the wide receiver end of things. Craycraft went down, looked like he kind of hurt his shoulder. I haven't seen him yet. Hopefully he's okay. But Berrios is out there making it happen. And the Broncos defense is forgetting to cover Tyreek Hill. It's the most amazing thing. You would have thought that, especially with Waddle out, Denver were to come in here and say, okay, cover Tyreek and make them beat us with Berrios and Craycraft and Chosen. But Tyreek's open all over the place. He already has a long touchdown, over 100 yards. Defense looks good. Not fantastic. They look good. This defense is not elite, in my opinion. I think they're a good defense. I think with the offense that we had, the defense will get the job done. They do get me a little bit queasy sometimes. X has not looked fantastic. He's getting beat around a little bit. Cater looks good. Tackling looks pretty good. The defense has won the game and closed out the games last 2 weeks. I'm not being overly critical. but they're not the 85 Bears either. We'll put it that way. All right, 35-13. Stay healthy. Stay healthy. That's all that's left in this game is stay healthy and finish it out. All right. Oh my God. 70-20. Really, Dolphins? I the score I picked was 40-11. Now, I was wrong. Holy crap. Now, I know some people were booing that McDaniel didn't go for the field goal there at the end. That would have given us the highest score ever in NFL history. I see it both ways. I don't think I would have booed. I don't think I would have blamed him for doing it. I think, whatever. 70 points is 70 points. Everybody gets a touchdown. Achane had over 200 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. He had 3 and Mostert had 4. I think that's the way it went. It was crazy. Unbelievable. And Mike White comes into the game and throws a 68-yard bomb to Robbie Chosen. And what I was hoping for was, I was hoping for 100 points. I was hoping when we started getting there, so why don't we let the Broncos get another field goal? At some point I said I'd be okay with 70-30 and have 100 total points, but the only thing to be concerned about with this game is Crab's shoulder, and Connor Williams left the game with the groin. They both were on the sideline, so hopefully it was just precautionary. Liam Eichenberg is the backup center. So that's a concern there. He had a number of high snaps, but it didn't hurt us now. But that's a little bit concerning that Eichenberg is the backup center. We need a better plan than that. As good as the offensive line has been, and they have been spectacular, Eichenberg is the backup center is not. I'm a little bit queasy there. Other than that, I mean, what can you really say about this game? Look, Buffalo gets the win. They're 2-1. We're now 3-0. The Ravens just lost to the Colts. Dolphins are the only 3-0 team left in the AFC. But 70 doesn't mean anything going into next week in terms of at Buffalo. And that's our kryptonite, right? Just ask Dan Marino, right? At Buffalo, okay? They're 2-1. We're 3-0. 70 points, 60 points. Doesn't matter if we don't go into Buffalo and win that game. We're 3-1 and they're 3-1, and they'd have the tiebreaker just like that. So as awesome as this is, last year we were 3-0 and then promptly lost 3 straight. Difference is obviously Tua is healthy. Tua, they can't even get. I don't even think Tua could tell if the other defense had bad breath. All right. They just can't get near him. It's not even close. He had one pressure, and he dumped it off to I forget whether it was Mostert or Achane, and that led to a huge gain as well. Chris Brooks coming in, and he looked good. He was running the ball. He had a long run. In fact, that last drive, he had a long run that people thought, we thought we were going to get to 77. He couldn't quite finish it up. And then we did not kick the field goal there to get to 73 points. I'm spent. I'm wiped from this game just from the amount of... I mean, if I made a highlight video, it could be an hour long of Kyle and I just screaming over and over and over again. That was the most fun I think I've ever had watching the Dolphin game. Unfreaking believable. In terms of the Broncos, I mean... Are the Broncos that bad, or are we that good? Well, they gave up 35 last week, so clearly their defense has a little bit of problems. We just kept scoring and scoring and scoring. I think we punted once, and then we had the 4 and out. We lost the ball on downs at some point. But other than that, it was just damn near a perfect game. Tua had a couple of incompletions. That's the worst thing. He had a couple of incompletions. So, all right. Like I said, This is good. I love it. Beautiful. 3-0. Top seed of the AFC right now. That's all nice. At Buffalo. At Buffalo. Okay? If we can beat the Bills, we will be 4-0 and we will have done it with 3 out of the first 4 games being on the road. That's the most important thing. This is nice. I love it. I'm going to go upstairs and enjoy it. And I don't want to say it means nothing if we lose to Buffalo, but we may as well have won this game 21-20 if we weren't going to beat. We got to beat Buffalo, all right? To make this count, that's just how my brain works. So, all right, Dolphin fans. So far, so good. So far, so good. That's as excited as I want to get. If you're an older Dolphin fan, you've been here, done that with the quick starts, and then it doesn't do so well towards the end of the season. I don't want that to be the case. Starts next week. Prove it, Dolphins.